Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another Prizepicks video for you. We are going to be talking about the Thursday night football game between the Bears, not the Bears, between the Cowboys.
No more of them.
No, we're going to be recapping the Bears. No, but we've got the Cowboys and the Seahawks. Should be a nice blowout, but we'll still find the value, hopefully. Before we get into that, though, if you've never tried Prizepicks, use our promo code and they'll double your first deposit all the way up to 100. Regardless of how much you put in, they'll just double it. If you do go the full 100, you'll get 200 to play with. All you have to do is type in that promo code when you're signing up, and they'll hook you up with that deal. And also, if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell, because we run several different types of shows. On the NBA slates, we run a late night show. We run a daily show once the board's updated. We're just constantly looking for different angles to get extra value and upside for you guys. So yeah, make sure you're subscribed and you'll be notified every time we're dropping new picks for you. So we're going to do a quick recap of our picks from Monday Night Football. Very boring game, in my opinion, but we still managed to go 3 of 4 and almost got the sweep. But my two picks, I had Justin Fields over 52.5 rushing yards, and he ended up going for, I believe, let me just make sure I get this accurate. He had here, yeah, he went for 59 total on 12 attempts, which I believe I said I thought he'd go for 12. I mean, that's just, it's fun when you have a QB that is going to be going for 10 to 12 just about every game. But anyways, yeah, so he cashed on that for us. And then my other pick was Greg Joseph over 1.5 field goals. Looks like I was on the wrong side of the kickers there, because Santos ended up getting that. But yeah, Greg Joseph only ended up getting one attempt because Joshua Dobbs, we were talking him up, and he went for 4 interceptions. So kind of hard to kick field goals when your team doesn't have the ball. But yeah, he ended up, he sank the one that he did attempt, and it was just an ugly game. But yeah, so I cashed one and missed one on my end. How about you, Jordy?
So I had Harrison Smith for under 6.5 tackles and assists. I was a little worried because, Dobbs was turning into a donkey in that game. So I was a little scared that Harrison Smith was going to get his tackles, but he ended with 2. So, like I said, I've played this pick enough to where I know like the matchups well enough. Well, I feel like I do. It's betting. You can't really say that for sure, but I felt like I knew this one wasn't going to hit, and I was right. Then we took Cole Kmet. The game played out perfectly for my picks. Cole Kmet, we took him for over, I believe, 4 receptions, and he went for 7. So I think he had like 3 in the first quarter or something, but it was productive. So
yeah, he almost doubled his.
Yeah.
That was, I mean, it was kind of like, from a defensive standpoint, it was kind of wild, because it was like the ball was just always bouncing off of players and getting caught by the opposite team. But anyways, we hope that some of you were able to cash on some of those plays. But we're about to talk about this next matchup, which could be a little tricky too. But I feel pretty good about the picks I've got. It's always tough with the single game slates. We've talked about it before, but we're going to do our best to it would be nice to get a little sweep on Thursday. All right, so to get us started, I'm going to be going with a rushing prop, and this one isn't one that I'm going to need to think too hard about. I'm just going to take Geno for over 9.5. He is a mobile quarterback when he needs to. I know he doesn't hit this all the time, but when he's playing a tough defense, he's not one of those that just scrambles. He's not like a Sam Howell where he's really extending plays almost every time. A lot of times he's just looking to avoid negative yards and get as far as he can before he gets tackled. He might dish it out here and there, but if you look at against Washington, he went for 13. If we look against the 49ers, he went for 21. I think it's going to be a similar situation with the pressure he's going to be dealing with from the Cowboys. And if we look at what the Cowboys have actually been allowing on average. They're allowing almost 24 rushing yards a game, around 5 attempts. And I think that's because of the pressure that they apply. So on a slim slate like this, I think I just feel most comfortable taking Geno to get 10 or more rushing yards. Maybe not designed runs, but I think scrambling and avoiding sacks, he's going to accumulate at least 10. And that's just what I'm going with personally. But and my next play is going to be a passing, receiving, rushing touchdown, anytime TD. Pretty much, I don't know why Prizepicks doesn't just call it that too. But anyways, I think he can get at least one. He's got 6 in his last 5 games. And ever since the Cowboys have just turned things on with their offense, it's been with just feeding CeeDee Lamb, and he's having such an incredible year. Him and Dak both are thriving because of each other. And I just see him getting into the end zone here. And if you look at the Seahawks, they're actually allowing 1 touchdown to receivers every single game. And the only time that they're not really allowing one is teams that are in situations where they just don't really have a good quarterback situation. Like we had the Browns back in week 8, we had the Cardinals in week 7, and then we've got the Giants in week 4. The only exception would be the Rams in week 1. But other than that, you've got 1 in every week of the last 4 weeks. And then every other week that they hit, they allowed 3, 2, 2. So again, with this situation, you also have arguably the best receiver in the league right now. And so I feel comfortable with him getting one, whether it be, rushing or receiving. I just think that they're going to put a lot of points on the board. And I think he won't be the only receiver to get a touchdown, but I think Lamb will be one of them. So those are the two I'm rolling with on Thursday night. Who you got, Jordy?
Yeah, I love that pick, man, because Jared Goff torched them, and Dak and CD are on that same level right now. So I like that pick a lot. So for me, to get me going, this game line is set at 47.5, and Dallas is an 8.5 point favorite. So usually what that means is Dallas is going to be running the clock out. That's just typically what they've been doing. I think more so in this game, it's going to be more important because I think it's going to be a closer game, hopefully. So I'm going to take Tony Pollard for over 14.5 rushing attempts. I know it doesn't look good on paper, but in a situation like this, he's projected to go for 18 because of the situation of the game script. Like, this could very well be a thing where the Cowboys are up by 3 touchdowns, 2 touchdowns at the end of the game, and the Seahawks are just trying to catch up. They're just going to run the clock out. So this is a minus 140 to go over. So I think Vegas is kind of thinking the same thing. So I like this to go over. I don't really care what it looks like from the past games, but this one, it's going to be a different game. So I hope I'm right in this direction. I think with the odds I should be. But to pair with that, I'm going to go with a receiving yards prop here, and I'm going to take Noah Fant. Now, Noah Fant, he's been okay. I mean, it's not like he's popping off the board with all these greens, but in games where they're down a lot, Noah Fant is involved. They were down a lot versus Cleveland. They were down a lot versus Baltimore. He got targeted. I mean, he got targeted once in that game, but nothing was going for them in that game. So, he's averaging about 3 targets a game. So, if he can just get to the point where this game's close and they're trying to throw the ball to catch up, Noah Fant's going to get targeted because the Cowboys defensive backs are strapping everything. And Noah Fant against one of the linebackers, I'm comfortable with him getting 13 yards in a situation where they're just desperately trying to get yardage. This is a minus 135 to go over. And, Noah Fant's getting 54% of the snap share. He's out snapping Will Dissly. Colby Parkinson is out, so he doesn't have to fight like he has been all season for these snaps. I think he'll probably get over 60%. When Seattle's down, they're going to be in a catch-up situation. So I like him just to get 13 receiving yards. I don't think this is an impossible task. They do have a lot of receiving talent, but those guys are going to be strapped up. They're going to be looked at, and Noah Fant can find that soft spot. So I'm just comfortable with these, and that's what I'm going to be rolling with.
Yeah, that's the 4 we got. And just a little fun little bit of information. Jordy and I are in a very heated, serious dynasty league.
Yep.
And he's currently in first place and already has his playoffs clinched. And I am fighting for my life to get back into the 6th spot. I need I'm one game behind, like 4th, 5th, and 6th. And anyways, I've got the Cowboys defense, and he has Dak and CeeDee Lamb. And so
Yep.
I need this to go right for me, so I can sneak in. But I've had a lot of unfortunate situations with a lot of the people I've drafted with injuries, just like most of you probably have. But anyways, let's hope the Seahawks defense can really just keep those two down tomorrow.
Yeah.
Get the one touchdown for Lamb. But
give me
other than that, yeah. But anyways, guys, we hope you have a great night and enjoy football. And again, don't forget to subscribe. And if you're interested in Discord, we have a link in the description of the video. And we'd love to hang out with you over there as well. Got a pretty cool community going. But yeah, make sure you just enjoy yourself, and we'll catch you in the next video.
Good luck, guys.